What's up, everybody? I'm just going to start talking here. This was very sort of impromptu. I was cranking out a lot of videos, I would say, in the last month, ever since I got really excited that my Godzilla -1 out of the theater reaction video did well. I've been sort of trying to capitalize on that. But then I had to prepare for a little business trip. So I just got back from Las Vegas this morning, and it was a red-eye flight, and I came home, and there was a whole bunch of packages. Two that I expected and one that I didn't expect. And let's see. And let me show you what I didn't expect. From the company that I no longer work for, I got one final gift. They used to give us, during COVID, they started to give us a lot of incentives, a lot of gifts. We would get a package once a month because we had to work through it. It was a kind of a pain. It's a pain to stick your face into a machine, where there's a gap this wide when you're wearing a face shield. Hey, Grande, thanks for stopping by. I was pretty 99% sure I was live, but I wasn't sure. So anyway, they started giving us monthly gifts. Okay. Now my last day was October 1st. So that's why I said I've been retired, even though I do other things. Obviously, since I just got back from a business trip, but it's sort of my own schedule. Anyway, they gave me one final gift. Check this out. There's a couple things that I'll show you. I'll show you two of them. A micro projector. How cool is that? Now, my son got me a projector a while ago for Father's Day. I've always wanted to set it up outside and watch movies outside. And actually, a few of the movies that I got today that I'm going to show you are the type that I want to watch outside in the summer, spring, summer, fall. But I just never got around to it. Now, they also included, check this out. What do you think this is? It's a portable screen. I see a grommet there. Projector screen. I can't wait to hook this up. I've got a crap ton of PVC pipe. I don't know what you're supposed to hang this on, but I got PVC pipe like nobody's business outside. I don't throw any of it away. So I'm going to definitely hook up some outdoor movies later this year. So came home. I had two packages. What should we do first? What do you guys want to do first? eBay or Hamilton Books? Let me know. What's up, Neil? Neon Black Reviews. What's up? Yeah, right. Nothing beats a whole video only to find out that you didn't record. eBay. All right, Grande. Good choice. Yeah, I've recorded whole videos and then actually deleted them because I thought, I had them on iMovie. Okay, but I hadn't uploaded them to YouTube yet. So then I go back and I delete the actual video, thinking that iMovie saves it. It does not. So I've done that a few times. All right, eBay. Boy, I'm going to duct tape my wallet closed after this. I got some good ones on here, guys. Good deals, too. First, boy, this might not be. There we go. The Lone Wolf and Cub set, Blu Ray Special Edition. Now, I was just watching the one of my new favorite channels, the Jim Tatro channel. He just showed this, celebrating the anniversary of the first film, I think. And he had mentioned, I didn't know this, but I believe this has the edited Shogun Assassin movie where they took the highlights, the bloody highlights of two of the films and put them together. I didn't know that. That's an extra added bonus. I'll watch that, but I actually prefer the original films. Sword of Vengeance, Baby Cart at the River Styx, Baby Cart to Hades, Baby Cart in Peril, Baby Cart in the Land of Demons, and White Heaven and Hell. This guy, Tomisaburo Wakayama, I just mentioned him in my when I was talking about my Godzilla reviews because he was in the Michael Douglas Black Rain movie. He was the guy that actually said, "You made the rain black." Sweet, isn't it? The artwork is sweet. I mean, I can't wait to get into this. My local library, used to have the manga. They were like this big. They were real small. And they had like editions. Like it was like 20 through 40 they had. And they were great. And I don't know why they didn't have the first 20 or the first 19 or whatever it was, but they had the second half of them. It's weird, man. They were great. I gotta see, probably wicked expensive. But yeah, those were great. I love the character. I love everything about it. I can't wait to go back and rewatch those. And probably not going to take the plastic off of anything, because that could be for like a later video. But I have some of these next box set here. I have some of these. I've seen a bunch of these, a lot of these, and I even made a video about how some of these movies, there's a real connection to my childhood. I have a video. It's called Story Time, Ray Harryhausen movies. Boom. Ray Harryhausen special edition collection. It Came from Earth. Earth versus the Flying Saucers. Never seen that one. Never seen it. Seen clips of it. The Seventh Voyage of Sinbad. The Three Worlds of Gulliver. Never seen that. Mysterious Island. I have that separately. I love that. Jason and the Argonauts. Same thing. Golden Voyage of Sinbad and Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. The 3 Sinbad movies I saw when I was a child. I'm old enough where I actually made my dad take me to the third one, Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. he didn't want to go. I was like, Jim, what's up? Check it out. I just mentioned you. Check it out, Jim. Boom. There we go. You guys check out Jim's channel. All right. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Make sure you guys check out the Jim Tatro channel. And everybody check each other out. Yeah, Jason and the Argonauts is great. That was, I put the my thumbnail of that video is of the Colossus of Rhodes. I mean, that was when that came on TV when I was a kid. Mandatory viewing. Stop playing outside and going and watch Jason and the Argonauts. I still love it to this day. You know, until I saw real horror movies, a lot of those movies had some of the creepier moments of any film that I was seeing on TV. Oh boy. Awesome. Yeah. I didn't know that Shogun Assassin was in here too. That is really cool. That is really cool. Oh boy. I enjoyed the heck out of the first edition, which I got because it was supposedly damaged. It is damaged. There's a little dent. But I enjoyed the heck out of it. So I had to get the second one. And I don't know how these guys on eBay did have multiple copies of these things. Like you'll buy this and it'll say, oh, I sold 20 and I have 20 left. How are you making any money if it's on eBay cheaper than anywhere else? I don't quite get that. But I had to get this second volume. I had such a great time with the first one. Kaboom! You know, I'm sure there's a book in here. I know there is. I've got the CDs in my car from the first one. I've got like the music from the 5 Venoms in there and all the ambient music and everything. So I've been driving around listening to that for the past month. But I don't know if this has CDs too. Let's see. We got the 36 Chamber Shaolin. Classic from my childhood. Return to the 36 Chamber. Disciples of the 36 Chamber. I don't know if that's the same movie. Or would it? Oh, Neil got 4K of House by the Cemetery. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's actually not like my most favorite movie in the world, and probably my least favorite of the 3. But I still like it. And wait a minute, Neil. Does that have? Tell me that you can watch that dubbed, not dubbed, subtitled. Please tell me, because that would make Bob less annoying. I think if he was being annoying in Italian. I don't know. Maybe. Mad Monkey Kung Fu. 5 Super Fighters, Invincible Shaolin, The Kid with the Golden Arm. That's a good one. I think I have that separate. Yeah, I don't remember. Magnificent Ruffians, The Tigers of Kwang Tung, My Young Auntie. I don't know. Mercenaries from Hong Kong, The Boxer's Omen. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a horror movie, I think. Yeah, wait a minute. Oh, I have this bootleg here. Of The Boxer's Omen. This is a wild movie. Yeah. But I'm happy. I'm eager to see a much cleaner version of it. Martial Arts of Shaolin and The Barefooted Kid. Wow. Oh, music. Yeah, we got music from The Kid with the Golden Arm, Invincible Shaolin. Music from pretty much everything. 2 CDs in here of music. What's up, Casey? How's it going? Casey, Interweb Kaiju. I don't think I'm unboxing any Kaiju movies today, but I don't remember everything. So that was it. That was eBay. That was all from one seller. And that's the other thing, because it was like one of those get one or get two, and the third one is discounted. So, you know, once I put a couple in my cart, you know, I almost got in Audie Murphy Westerns collection, but you know, that I'll get that. That's later. Anyway, eBay. I mean, Hamilton book. Really good deals on these. You know, I went right to the sales. Pretty much most of this is where that comes from. The other copy has the Italian language option. Okay, you haven't opened it yet, but it probably does. If you have a copy, I've never seen it subtitled, only dubbed. And boy, that kid gets, wow, that's rough. But it's still a good movie. I still enjoy it. Documentary, Monstrum presents, I don't know what that is, from PBS, The Exhumed History of Zombies. I got a big zombie story compendium. I've been eager to dive into the history of zombies on the channel. I've never done it yet, so this should be. Oh, join Dr. Emily Zarka, who studies literature and film through the lens of monsters. Okay, so it goes back to the old school voodoo zombies and goes from there. Oh, here we go, Jim. This is one I got. You just mentioned this, I think, in one of your anniversary videos. I've seen parts of this when I was a kid. I don't remember the whole thing. Great cast, obviously. Boom. Wild Geese. Richard Burton, Roger Moore, Richard Harris, Hardy Kruger. I think I get some of the scenes of this one and the second one mixed up. I don't know if the second one's an official sequel or not, but really looking forward to going back and seeing that. That was originally a Severn. Next, oh, here you go. No, who reviewed this? Who just reviewed a Critters movie? Oh, that was Anthony from Fever Dreamland. Critters 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, I saw Anthony's review of Critters 2. He had some good things to say about it, some not so great things, but it seemed like a lot of fun. And I haven't seen the first one in a long time. No recollection of the third or fourth. Possibly I've seen them. I don't know. Oh, the third one has Leonardo DiCaprio in his film debut. That's pretty funny because I just got, what did I just get? I just got a pamphlet. I don't know. A catalog from oldies.com and that, whatever that slasher movie with Brad Pitt, you know, whatever that was called, that's coming out. Anyway. So of course they're like, oh, it has Brad Pitt. Okay, next. Okay, so I got this whole series a while ago. The Battles Without Honor and Humanity. I have watched the first one. I haven't done a review. It stars this guy, Bunta Sugawara, who's apparently big time in Japan. And he is very charismatic. I mean, he's, you know, I think other Japanese actors could have pulled it off, but he really, I mean, it's a really good performance. So I jumped at this when I saw it. The funny thing is, I got the whole series except for the first one. And then I had to go hunting for the first one. It took me a couple months to find it at a decent price. I thought I was going to have to do the same thing. Detective Bureau 2-3. I thought it was 2 and 3. I was like, oh, now I got to go find 1. But it's a standalone movie. Detective Bureau 2-3. Go to hell, bastards. Seijin Suzuki. And it stars Bunta Sugawara. Very eager to see that. I've really been getting into some Japanese crime movies lately. Hey, saying hi to each other. That's awesome. It says English and Italian soundtracks in the back. So crisis averted. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, how did I originally see Jim Lone Wolf and Cub? God, I may have seen them on VHS when I worked in a video store. The video store I used to work at used to get a lot of foreign films and everything. That could have been where I was introduced to it. So I've probably seen each of the films like twice maybe, but that was a long time ago. So eager to go back and check those out. Next, I got Get Out. Not much to say about it. I liked it. Solid movie. I've only seen it once, actually. My dad liked that movie. I always, you know, my dad passed away about a year ago, but whenever I find a horror movie that he liked, I kind of point that out because he didn't really like horror movies. So it's like, I don't know, kind of means something, like he just really enjoyed that. Next, you guys might need to help me out here. I got, this is cool looking. Kill Zone from Ted Pryor. It's from MVD originally. It's got like the splotch here. They made it look like an old VHS cover that's been around the block. Stickers. This is funny because it says Bordentown Video. I didn't even notice that. Removal of this label could result in penalty. So they make it look like an old school VHS tape. That's just a coincidence, obviously, but that's where I used to work, in Bordentown, New Jersey. That's the company I worked for that gave me the projector. That's just kind of a funny touch right there. They are a perfect killing machine. Now, oh, okay, yeah. See, I think it's just because the video store I worked in got foreign films, so I picked it up, and of course I was like, "What is this? Samurai on the cover?" So I got the first one. I was like, and then I got to the one with the three, I don't know what they call them, the three storms, and it was like, I was like, that's where John Carpenter got that idea. I was like, man. But yeah, I'm thankful that Kill Bill turned a whole generation of movie watchers onto these films. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, Neil. Region free. I mean, so you go to like Eureka and you find something you really want, and then it's like it's only region UK. I may do that. I don't know. Now, this I got from Dollar Tree. I'm putting in a Dollar Tree in the middle of this. Ted Pryor, Deadliest Prey. I don't know if this is a sequel. Anybody know? I mean, I could research it, but this was only $1. So this was set 27 years later, and it came out in 2013. So I guess it's a sequel to something. I do, in the back of my mind, remember a movie called Deadly Prey. I think it's like an Ozploitation movie or an exploitation movie. No, I'm mixing it up with Turkey Shoot. Okay. I don't know. Wait a minute. Co-starring Fritz Matthews, Deadly Prey. Okay, so Fritz Matthews is in this. So I'm thinking another name for this is Deadly Prey. So I'm thinking I got the original and the sequel. I don't know. And if I don't, it doesn't matter. Speaking of action, I've got a good number of Chuck Norris and Charles Bronson films in the last couple of years. I've really been getting back into some of those. So, Canon. The bombs, babes, and blockbusters of Canon films. 10-pack DVD collection. So I've got some of these. I have Invasion USA and Delta Force, Electric Boogaloo. I found both of those at the dollar store. But I don't have Masters of the Universe or Hellbound or The Hitman. I don't have Bloodsport. Okay. Over the Top. I don't have Over the Top. Cobra. I don't have Cobra. So there you go. A kind of a Chuck Norris. Well, we got some Chuck. We got some Stallone, Lundgren, and breakdancing. So, who doesn't love Canon? Oh, make sure that, okay, yeah, I can see that, Neil. Make sure they have English subs. Oh, right. Got it, because they might be made for another market and not even have English subs. Got it. Next, I wonder if Jim, Over the Top, Over the Top, Dad, Over the Top. I remember a buddy of mine rented that. We would do every Stallone movie, so we were like, all right, it's an arm wrestling movie, but it's got Stallone. At the end, we were like, that's pretty good. Yeah. Now, years later, I stumbled upon this documentary called Pulling John about John Brzenk, who's in the movie. He was the legit champion for 20 solid years, unbeatable. And he didn't look that muscular, by the way, or overly muscular, but that was fascinating. I was surprised at how fascinating that was. But Jim, I wonder if you've heard of this, because I've never heard of this. James Coburn, The Internecine Project. He's a Hollywood legend. but he's a former secret agent, and he gets a job opportunity to be the advisor to the president of the United States, except he's got some skeletons in his closet. So basically, he has to kill them all. Internecine meaning a war that's extremely destructive to both sides. Oh, you hated that? Oh, Bob. Yeah. What's up, Echo? I'm awake. I did not sleep in. Trust me. All right, good. My sleep was on a plane. I took a red eye in this morning. So I went to Vegas a couple days ago. The first day I got all messed up. My wife actually wasn't feeling well. We slept a lot the first day. Uh-oh. Not a good sign. Anyway, I don't have any of these films. Godfather 2. This was $1. I think $1.90. I don't know what's rattling around in there, but heck, probably my favorite of the Godfather films. I've heard of it, but you haven't seen it. Okay, yeah. I'm hoping it's good. I mean, Coburn, I've really come to appreciate him I've always liked him, but he just adds so much the films that he's in, typically, like Hard Times. Sci-fi classic, Logan's Run. Jazzily effective and even poetic. Logan's Run is fun. I've seen it. I've heard so many other YouTubers talk about it, giving it such high praise recently that I said, well, why not? Again, none of these are expensive. You can't lose with Coburn. Yeah. I mean, I can't think of a bad movie he was in or a bad performance. All right. Next. Didn't know anything about this. Judy Geeson. Okay. A Candle for the Devil. Judy Geeson, British actress. She was in To Sir with Love. Wait a minute. Neil might know about this. This was filmed in Spain. Directed by Eugene Martin. I don't know. Is this a giallo, Neil? Kind of. I mean, it looks like it, but I don't know. Yeah, I know you mentioned. I think you mentioned Logan's Run on your channel recently, Jim. But it's funny because it's just like in the span of a week, I've seen it mentioned like 3 times. Next, IFC title, Almost Human. This is a Joe Bagos film. Christmas, Bloody Christmas, VFW. I've seen all his films, but I'm trying. I actually want to own all his films because I really like his stuff. And I do have an announcement about that fundraiser I did, the Christmas, Bloody Christmas. The results of that. I know Echo was there for that and helped me out with that, but I'm going to announce how the fundage is going to be dispersed soon. Oh, that was something else. You don't think it is, but you never know. Yeah, I don't know. It could be just a British horror film, but set in Spain is what got me, It doesn't say. Usually they say. If they're, I think usually they would go out of their way to tell you it's a giallo. Cool. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about that. The promise I made for the kids' music lessons. As usually, there is a Patreon I give to $5 a month for kids' music lessons. Regardless, but obviously, because of those F-bombs in that movie, will be donating quite a lot more. I've really been getting into a lot of these films, mostly on Tubi or YouTube. When I was a kid, they showed Bruce Lee movies at night once in a while, but they were like at night. In the daytime, you had the other guy. They spell it, you say it Bruce Lee, but it's L-I. And of course, we know there are many other imitators. I've picked up Bruce Lee collections from the Dollar Tree before that don't have any Bruce Lee movies in them. They're just using the name, And there's a movie coming out called Enter the Clones of Bruce Lee, where they interview all these guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. It's already played at festivals. So the Grindhouse Experience, the Ultimate Dragon Collection, 10-film set. Now, at the back, they kind of have a diagram of a lot of the Bruce Lee imitators here. You got Dragon Lee, who I've come to appreciate him recently. He's pretty good. He was good. an action-packed journey through Bruce exploitation cinema film. It's hard to say that. You got Bruce, Bruce L.E., and then you got Bruce L.I., and the IMDb pages, by the way, of these guys mix a lot of them up, unless they had the same birthdays, because I don't think they did. But yeah, a lot of people can't tell them apart, and so some of the information you may read is it's not correct. But the guy I'm thinking of, Bruce Lee, I can't recall his real name right now. I thought he was pretty good. I've always liked him, so I've gone back and watched a few of his films. Yeah, like he was in Fist of Fury 3, the sequel. Yeah, Enter the Game of Death. So the titles are similar to Bruce Lee movies, but they're not Bruce Lee movies, obviously. But kind of a fascinating thing that happened. Wiki says it's a Spanish horror film from 1973. Okay. All right. Speaking of martial arts. Okay, I never heard of this. Takashi Miike, legendary director of 13 Assassins. I love that movie. Oh, this is the 100th film of Takashi Miike. I mean, he's all over the place. Some of his films I like. Some of them I don't like that much. Haven't liked that much. Bruceploitation, I love it. Yeah, it was the whole thing, man. So I actually watched the movie. There's a movie called The Clones of Bruce Lee. It's kind of in bad taste, and it's like, oh my gosh. But there's even a scene where it's like Bruce Lee. This is Bruce Lee number 1, Bruce Lee number 2, and Bruce Lee number and none of them they don't look like each other. So and they don't look like Bruce Lee. They kind of do. They wear these giant glasses and they got the haircut. But if they don't look like each other, how can they be clones? But it was fun though. But anyway, Takashi Miike, Blade of the Immortal, a go for broke samurai extravaganza. Anyone big in this that I know? No, don't recognize any of those names. I was hoping like Hiroyuki Sanada would be in it, or somebody like that. He's going to be he's in the new Shogun miniseries that's coming out. Next, I screwed up. Kind of screwed up. The covers must have been different or something, because I got both of these, or maybe I meant to take one out of my cart. You got to look around, because I got Jet Li's The Legend classic. Years ago, we went through all the Jet Li movies. It was right around when he was peaking, so we would go get older VHS tapes from like the Chinese grocery store that, some of his first movies, and then, that's right when a lot of his movies were sort of coming out, and my wife and I even saw Lethal Weapon 4 in the theater because he was in it. She hadn't seen any of the Lethal Weapon movies, but anyway, why did I screw up? Because then I got Jet Li Legend of Fong Sai-yuk 1 and 2. So it's both movies, 1 and 2. Fong Sai-yuk, famous. I mean, there have been like 27 movies about him, but yeah, I mean, I've seen I've seen 10, Neil, but a couple of them I was like, what the hell's going on here? What is this about? Like, what am I watching? He's just all over the place. But yeah, some of them are. I mean, 13 Assassins is great, and Audition is awesome. I love Audition. Anyway, haven't seen this yet. Looking forward to it. Love the original. I've heard this is much, much different. Suspiria. I don't know if you can see that. Dakota Johnson, Tilda Swinton, Mia Goth, Chloe Grace Moretz. I was going to say a lot of hot women, but what I mean is a lot of women who are hot at the moment. So I'm willing to give it a chance. I've seen other reviews about it. I know it's much different than the original. The original is one of my favorite Argento movies. It's not really surprising. No. I screwed up. I'm kind of over talking myself. I got the same movie twice. I probably put this in my cart, and then I found 1 and 2, or maybe the cover art was different on the website. I don't know, but I got the same movie twice. I've done that a few times. No, we had a blast seeing Lethal Weapon 4 in the theater. That was fun. Next, I've heard this is good, and compared to other historical sort of films that have come out in the past 15 years or so, I think my understanding is this has been lost in the shuffle, and it's based on a true story. Matthew McConaughey, The Free State of Jones. So, don't know much about it, but I'm kind of a history buff, so looking forward to that. Pretty different. Yeah, the Suspiria is pretty different from the OG. That's what I'm hearing, which is kind of which is the direction I think they kind of had to go. Really, when you're talking about the original. This next one, this looked interesting. Looking it up is difficult because of the title. There's many other films with the same title, but it just seems like a vintage action or possibly exploitation film. Running Scared. You got Ken Wall, Judge Reinhold. Put my phone away over here. And John Saxon. So there you go. Gotta love John Saxon. Mercilessly hunted down for the deadly secret they possess. I think it's like a couple Americans get trapped in it looks like it's in the Everglades, actually. Oh, okay. It looks like they stow away back to America, but somebody thinks they're communist spies. This is from the 80s. So then they're hunted down. Yeah, it just looks like a lot of fun 80s action. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Neil doesn't run. Yeah, looking that up, or I finally found a trailer for it and watched it. But obviously the Billy Crystal movie's the one that pops up, and then there's at least one other movie with that title, so it's kind of hard to find information on. Yeah, exactly. I can think of at least 3. Yeah, there was one with like a 90s or 2000s one with I don't know who, somebody. What's that kid's name? I don't know. I can't think of his name now. Oh, we're at the end already. This one I will cut open. Yeah, because it's bundled together. Paul Walker. That's the one. That's awesome, Jim. I was thinking of somebody else, but you're right. It was Paul Walker. William Peter Scott. One of those 3 name guys. That's who I was thinking of. But you're right. Yeah, it's Paul Walker. Yeah. Oh, okay. They just have these. Oh, okay. That's weird. These all were separately listed, but they all came in a bundle. Buy one, get 2 free. It didn't say that on the website, I don't think. Maybe that was factored into the price. I wouldn't be surprised because I have some of these compilations have films that I have, but they were not expensive. So, oh, wait a minute. What did it say? Okay. The website said something along the lines of, yeah, that's right, the Bloodsuckers collection. And then it said, you get some free. Oh, that's right. Yep. It was like the Bloodsuckers collection with 4 movies. And I was like, okay, The Breed, The Cave. The Cave was okay. It was, I don't know if anybody gets blood sucked out of them in that movie, but Forsaken and Vampires, not that one. The Turning. So, this is something if you saw a Dollar Tree, you would get, maybe. But it said, comes with 12 free movies. And I was like, wait, there's 12 more movies on here? I don't think so. Well, here they are. It's a whole separate disc. But you've got, oh yeah, a lot of the usual suspects that make their way on these compilations. We got Silent Night, Bloody Night. I have that many times over now. House on Haunted Hill. Is that the original? I actually want to see that because I think Jason and/or Joe just reviewed that a little while ago. Yeah, Vincent Price. I want to see that. I saw it about 10 years ago. scared me a little when I was a kid. So I enjoy watching those movies that scared me when I was a kid. Little Shop of Horrors, Drive-In Massacre. Ooh, that's a rough one. Driller Killer, seen that. Don't Look in the Basement, and Don't Answer the Phone. Bloody Pit of Horror. That's you find that one on these compilations a lot. Point of Terror. I don't know what that one is. Nightmare Castle. And Horror Express, another one you see on these compilations a lot. Anyway. And then, I don't know if this was included as one of the bonuses on here or whether I got it separately. I don't remember. But, yeah, the OG, it's fun. You got Vincent Price, that guy with the face. Elijah Wood Jr., I think is his name. Yeah, it is a fun one. The skeleton scared me when I was a kid. It's the skeleton. And the fact that all the skeletons in those old movies look like perfectly clean skeletons from like an anatomy class. You know, they weren't like nasty skeletons with little bits of flesh on them or anything. They were these pristine skeletons. And somehow that scared me more when I was a kid. I don't know why. Yeah, should do a series of movies that start with don't. It would take a while because you can't go anywhere. You can't go in the basement or the cellar or the woods. Can't even answer the phone. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Scared Silly. 13 classic horror comedies. You got Jack Nicholson there. So that's probably Little Shop of Horrors again. Then you got Creature from the Haunted Sea. I see, yeah, I know about it. It's campy. The Creeping Terror. Wait a minute. Okay, The Creeping Terror. Yeah, that's a classic Mystery Science Theater episode. It's the worst monster ever. I believe there's a documentary about the real director that's supposed to be fascinating because he basically took the money and he swindled people out of the money and he left. And one of the actors had to finish the movie, and that's why there's hardly any dialogue in the movie. It's all voiceover, like almost the whole movie. But the real documentary is supposed to be wild because the guy was like shady, like a bad guy. Death Row Game Show. Ghosts on the Loose, starring Ava Gardner. Bela Lugosi. Oh, that's in East End Kids. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Manos, Hands of Fate. I just watched that again a while ago on the Mystery Science Theater channel. They've had, for the past month, they've had continuous movies playing, and that was one of them. I watched about half of that one again. Goodness. My Mom's a Werewolf. John Saxon again. Susan Blakely from 1989. Don't know how funny that's going to be. One Body, Too Many. Bela Lugosi. A Bucket of Blood. Doesn't sound funny, but starring Dick Miller. The Gorilla, starring the Ritz Brothers. King of the Zombies. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Yep, that's that one. Dick Purcell, Mantan Moreland. Yeah, there's some cringy parts of that one. But Mantan Moreland was funny. Treasure of Fear, a.k.a. Scared Stiff. Spooks Run Wild. Again, Bela Lugosi, and I believe it's the East Side Kids again, or the Dead End Kids. I always get those. I don't know if they were even the same, but I recognize the names. Leo Gorcey and Hunts Hall. So, there you go. Oh, it's a Mill Creek. It could be. The quality could range from crappy to really crappy. I'm kidding. I've gotten a couple Mill Creek sets that have been okay. I've seen Bucket of Blood. Don't remember it though. Yeah, it doesn't sound funny. Let me see. Okay. A waiter in a beatnik cafe makes artistic pieces, and his clients. The waiter continues his methods when branching into human forms. I don't know. He kills his landlady. He kills his landlady's cat and covers the body in plaster to hide the mistake. And then he starts doing it with people, I imagine. Dick Miller, another one of those actors that will make yeah, he was the same. Dick Miller would always look 60s no matter how far you go back. Yeah, you never saw him young, you know. Uh, I think Joe Dante was injecting him with like a youth serum or something to keep him in his movies for as long as possible. Hey, Jason. Yeah. Oh, Jason. Sorry, I didn't see that. That's a fun multi-pack. Death Row Game Show is fun. Wait a minute. Let me see which one. Is that a newer one? Oh, Jason, I was in the airport this morning. Well, last night actually. I got 10 more minutes left on your best of 23 countdown with Joe, and then I'll leave a comment or comments. But I had downloaded that so I can, have something to do in the plane. But I actually listened to most of it in the airport and fell asleep on the plane. The flight was delayed because they were missing a flight attendant. And then they found one who was about to go on vacation. So he volunteered to go on the flight wearing regular clothes, and everyone cheered. It was pretty cool. But anyway, I watched most of that in the airport. Yeah. So check that out, guys. Death Row Game Show. 87. Oh, okay. The pretentious host of a game show in which the contestants are actual death row inmates finds his life in danger when a mafia hitman seeks revenge for the game show death of a family member. Okay, yeah, that could be fun. 1987. Wilford Brimley, yeah. Those memes are insane. When it's like, here's Paul Rudd at age, 48, and here's Wilford Brimley at age 48. And it's like, my God. Well, I mean, I saw Wilford Brimley in what is that Charles Bronson movie about the border? Border has the word border in it. He was one of the agents in there, one of the border agents. And okay, so you could tell he's a little younger than he was in like The Thing and The Natural and the diabetes commercials, but he wasn't that much. He didn't look that much younger. He still looked old. Like Tommy Lee Jones. Yeah, you got to go back to what's that movie? Gosh, what was that called? I don't know. Brad Dourif's in it. I finally saw it for the first time a while ago, where he looked kind of young. But yeah, then he looked the same. It's called The Border. Okay. Yeah, I watched a few border-centered movies lately. Yeah, the one with, Border with Bronson and Wilford Brimley. That's a good one. But yeah, he was one of those guys. Yeah, that was the way it was back then. You got cast as a grandpa when you're in your 40s sometimes, and which makes me sad. Because I have grandkids now, but yeah, that was some wild times. Anyway, that's it. Just got back, wanted to just blow off some steam, was excited to see the packages. To recap, I also had an unexpected package from the company I used to work for, this micro projector and screen. So I'm really excited to hook that up in a couple weeks. Okay, Borderline. Yes. Oh, right. Yep, the Nicholson movie is called The Border. Borderline. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, pretty good one. When I went through most of the major, actually, I got that on a Charles Bronson collection from either Hamilton Books or Oldies.com. As I went through like most of the major Bronson films, I started to watch some of the lesser known ones. There's a few I still haven't seen, like the Valaji Papers. Never seen that, but Charles Bronson, so I've seen most of his movies. But yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. So I appreciate everybody coming out. As I said, this was kind of impromptu. I know I tagged a bunch of people on Instagram with about 5 minutes before the stream. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and do this real quick. And probably not going to... I will have some more hauls because I have some other things that I've never shown from Dollar Tree, from Hamilton Books, other places. But I'm probably not going to actually purchase anything for a few months, to be quite honest with you. My next review will probably be of this Battles Without Honor and Humanity number one, the Yakuza Papers, the battles of Without Honor and Humanity, which I watched a couple weeks ago, which was very good. But that'll probably be my next review. And then I'll probably get back into some horror. I've got to watch Subspecies 2 soon to get ready for second part of Franchise Frenzy and a few other part 2s. So I got to do that. And eventually I may review some of those as well. Yeah, no problem, Jim. Check out Jim's channel. Everybody look at everybody's channels. Everybody check out everyone else's channels. But Jim's got a great channel. And he actually, to be honest, he would like Jim and Jason from Horrific Nightmares JM. You guys, very compatible. Talking about movies like The Island, things like that. So yeah, check each other out. And thanks for coming out, everybody. And I will see you guys later. Thanks.